Good day, my dear students. Really, God is good despite of the challenges that we are facing right now. The second one was about and was at this juncture we will be discussing about the last module of the second one in macroeconomics. Again, happy learning to everyone. I just want to pray everybody is well, whether with your family, and as always, be productive. For us to push or to submit our output, so right now, logistics or learning logistics associated with our subject economics or macroeconomics. Hopefully that all of you assigned us and output not only macroeconomics were already submitted on time so as not to encounter any problem when cycle to will be open. Again, I'm really happy that we're able to get that part in our class. Hopefully, you learn a lot during such time that we discuss and share our opinions related to macroeconomic principles and concepts. Again, students, module 8 is entitled the short run macro model or the macroeconomic model. So before I will start again, a short reminder, please do complete and submit your output on time. Okay? So for this module's topic, which is entitled again, short run macro economic or macro models, the learning objectives are as follows. At the end of this session, you should be able to learn what consumption spending is and to be able to understand the concept and components of total spending, and then to be able to understand the equilibrium gross domestic product. Actually, this equilibrium concept is not totally influential in everyone. It's just a concept which is similar to the equilibrium between the supply and demand in relation to the level of prices. So that is our learning objective for this module. For the topic outline, for the topic number 1, the short run macro model, we will be discussing the types of macroeconomic analysis, the short run aggregate supply, reason for wages and price stickiness, shifts in aggregate demand, and then to measures the business cycle. In this particular topic, we will be just encompassing the discussing some of the cycle as we go through because this was already been discussed last time in our week number 7. And then we have also topic number 2, the consumer spending, the marginal propensity to consume, then key factors influencing consumer spending, and then the third topic is the economic equilibrium. So when we talk about short-run macroeconomic model or macro models, in macroeconomic, we seek to understand two types of equilibrium. And the two equilibria is the short run and the other one is the long run. Actually, as far as model is concerned in macroeconomics, they are just somewhat the same, but the only difference lies on that when we talk about long run, the the wages, prices, and the productivity output is just flexible enough to cope up with this what we call economic activities. Kumbaga sa ating layman's term, my dear students, mayroon lang enough time sa long run na makapag-adjust ng paunti-unti ang price at saka yung wages as well as the output, supplies and demand. In the economic activities that like in the short run with which we will be focusing our discussion, it is very difficult for the economy of the economic activities to really adjust given that this is what we call a short duration of time. So yung sa long run kasi pwede ko siya index na paunti. Okay? So when we talk about short run in macroeconomic analysis, it is a period in which wages and some other prices do not correspond to the challenges in the economic conditions. In certain markets, as economic conditions change, prices including wages may not adjust quickly enough to maintain equilibrium in this market. True enough, isn't it? When whenever there is no what we call demand in the or higher demand in the market, obviously the unemployment level is high. So what can you expect from the demand on the goods and services if these what we call household has no capacity or the ability to buy not only their wants but also their needs. And then another thing is that since there is no demand, the productivity or output is also not in a what we call potential or full capacity in the sense that there might be a possibility that there might be an oversupply, but there is no demand on the product. So definitely the the prices of the output as to whether it is goods and services uh, will also play a vital role in that scenario, even though you will be lowering the price for the cost of the products, but then there is no demand. I think it is useless for the firm to produce more, isn't it? Okay, and then comes this what we call concept of the steady price. A steady price is a price that is due to adjust to its equilibrium level. No? Kumbaga napakabagal o hindi siya gumagalaw, sticky yan. Napakabagal ng paggalaw ng price level. Kaya nahihirapan ang economy na mabalance or maintain yung equilibrium ng supply and demand in respect to the price level. Creating sustained periods of shortage or surplus. Kasi kung kasing sticky yung price, there might be a possibility for the firm that even though there is this what we call demand, they will not be operating at full capacity or yung tinatawag na potential output. Why? Kasi there might be a possibility that they may be incurring loss. Imagine they will be creating products where the factors of productions are needed. The capital and physical, the human capital and physical capital, like the machineries, they will be maximized, and yet they can produce more. But then again, when they try to compute for the prices or the cost of the output produced or the finished product is quite high, and then they cannot easily adjust to the price. Unlike in a long run, as I've said a while ago, let's say for instance, you will be just encountering this what we call equilibrium, meaning no profit and even loss. And what if about the worst thing, wherein the cost of your output is higher as compared to the prices, which is not capable of moving because of a certain condition, like what is happening in the current situation, isn't it? Uh, naga, the government is setting this what we call ceiling prices. Okay, so it can even create a surplus. Why? Because there is the maximize production of output has been done. So therefore, it means to say that the company will be paying the salaries of these employees. Okay, given that the prices of output they produce is not really sufficient enough to cover the operating cost, production cost, and even cost of the output of the products or services. Okay, it can also be what if the prices is too high. Prices is too high. Therefore, those household cannot be able to buy goods and services. So that should be an oversupply of output. So wage and prices stickiness prevent the economy from achieving its natural level of employment. Because if you will try to raise the production level, it means to say that you are in need of an employees, isn't it? So thereby decreasing the number of unemployment. But the problem is that how can you cover for this what we call expenses in the salaries and wages the price of the output produced by the firm is not enough to cover the cost of the expenses incurred in the production of goods and services. So it made it for the company to lay off also the employees because yes, they have this kind of output, but the demand for the goods and services uh, uh, can be subject for the different factors that tend to affect this what we call demand. Uh, Why? Kasi kung kung magkakaroon man ng demand sa product na yun, given that yung cost ng product na sa kanyang pagkakaproduce yung finished product is mataas, so parang equal lang sa part ng firm. Equal lang sa part ng firm. Or kumbaga kung hindi gagalaw talaga ang presyo para ma-cover man lang yung expenses at may konting tubo, paano naman ang company? So, domino effect pa rin siya in the sense that the company will be forced to lay off employees. Di baling magkaroon na ng shortage sa output. Ang importante is hindi din siya magiging. No? Unlike in what we call long run. Sabi, it says that it is a period in which wages and prices are flexible. So pwede mo siya kasi i-flex let's say the company at this point is magpapahubaya muna. Kahit sabihin natin kunti muna yung kanyang pinutubo or servicing kahit tabla na lang muna. Kasi in the long run, makakapangbilin. Unlike kung sticky price kasi, naka-fix. Naka-fix. Short run lang yun. Wala ka ng time na makabawi. Okay? So in the long run, employment will move to its natural level and real GDP to the potential. Reason for wages and price stickiness. Wages or price stickiness means that the economy may not always be operating at potential. Rather, the economy may operate either above or below potential output in the short run. Correspondingly, the overall unemployment rate will be below or above the national level. So, yun na, isn't it? If the price of commodity is too high, given that there is this what we call capacity for the firm is available with this option of maximizing the production. Kasi kung ang presyo naman is napakababa, given that mataas ang demand, nalulugi naman ang firm pagdating sa kanyang operation. Kahit na mag-create pa siya ng employment, kung employee na lang naman ang nakikinabang, yung profit side is nawawala, ay hindi naman po maganda yun, di ba? And then, syempre, the company will just be staying at a level where it kahit pa is kumikita na rin siya. Take note, short run ang pinag-uusapan dito. Pagka hindi nakabawi ang company within that short run, wala na siyang pagkakataong makabawi kasi short run nga ang pinag-uusapan. Taking all other things being equal. Okay? Wage stickiness contracts fixed nominal wage for the life of the contract. Kasi there are these wages that are, shall we say, contractual. Di ba? Meron din fix yung wages. Let's say, kung sinabing fix, 70,000 a month. So, 70,000 a excuse me, payment mo a month. Pero din naman din contractual. Okay, so by contract ang pagaran. And then, meron din tayong length of wage contract. So, pwedeng weekly, 1 month, even a year, like yung kami mga teachers, di ba? There is a possibility na ang contract mo muna is 1 year, renewable na lang. Renewable na lang, depending upon the needs. In our case, depending upon the number of enrollees of a certain program, of course. And then, wage stickiness is also employed up to 3 years from post-union workers employed under major collective bargaining agreement. Yung collective bargaining agreement, ito yung union of workers, no? At nagkaroon sila ng bargaining between the companies and then the union representative or the workforce. Pag sinabing ang na-approve na amount na pinag-agreean is ganito, so whether you like it or not, the company will abide by that, and that the employees union will also accept that. Given that two possible scenarios, even if the company is earning more, they cannot ask for more. And on to the contrary, if the company will be losing such money, and then the company cannot bargain on them to reduce their salaries because that is being agreed upon. The existence of such explicit contracts means that both workers and firms accept some wages at a time of negotiating, even though economic conditions could change, and we know that economic conditions are subject for changes. Okay, and then while agreement is still on force, hindi ko kasi may iwasan ang ayan, di ba? Kaya nga meron tayong basis of economy. Nung napag-agree nyo halimbawa, nasa peak na. Tapos bigla magkakaroon ng recession. Di ba? Tapos hanggang pupunta ka sa pinakailalim. Magkakaroon ng drop, di ba? So, it's really very difficult. Shifts in aggregate demand. As mentioned previously, the components of aggregate demands are consumption spending, investment spending, government spending, and spending on export. No? And export, that is minus the imports. Okay? So what did you observe in the formula? Shifts in aggregate demand is just the summary of the formula that is reflected on the computation of the gross domestic product, which is a common tool in measuring the economic activity or performance of one country. And then when we define consumer spending, consumption is the spending by the household on goods and services. No? Take note that this consumer spending is the biggest single component of aggregate demand. And as we move on discussing it, we will be able to understand why bakit yung household. No? Truly because household represents the majority of those who will be purchasing goods and services. Okay, so if this household has no capacity or the ability to purchase their what we call basic necessities, spending is quite affected. Okay. So the short run macro model. Excuse me. Again, spending is very important in the short run. Try to observe this. The more income households have,
the more money they will spend. Of course, isn't it? If the household, if majority of the households are employed, automatically they will be having their what we call salaries to purchase their what we call goods and services. So the more income they have, the more spending they can be able to afford. Spending depends on income. True, isn't it? You cannot spend more than what you receive. Otherwise, you will be incurring this what we call deficiency or deficits. But the more households spend, the more output gives produce. True, isn't it? If the household has the capacity to spend more, therefore it will mean this what we call an increase in demand. So when there is what we call increase in demand, it will literally mean that the firms need to produce more output. So it's just a cycle, isn't it? If the firms need to produce more output, definitely it will be in need of this what we call workers, thereby increasing the number of employed and decreasing the number of or the percentage of unemployed. Okay, so for them to produce more output because there is a high demand, and then the salaries that this household or these employees will receive, which will represent by the household, will be also spent in purchasing the goods or services that is produced by this what we call firms. More income they will pay to the workers to it. Thus, income depends on spending again. In a short run, spending depends on income, and income depends on spending. So, isn't it? Uh, Many ideas behind the models were originally developed by British economist John Maynard Keynes in 1930s. John Maynard Keynes, of course, we already discussed this when we discussed about the Keynes, big Keynes economic model. Okay, short-run macro model focuses on spending in explaining economic fluctuations. It can be, it can be, it can be from this what we call peak, and then recession, and then and so on and so forth, and explain how shock that affects one sectors influence other sectors, no? Especially in economics. Yes, at this point you are in input, but then again, suddenly you will just feel and you will observe that you are already in the process of making decision. Okay. Uh, Thinking about spending on what? Okay. In short-run macro models, focus on spending in markets for currently produced US goods and services. So, gawin natin siguro dito, i-localize natin uh, goods and services that is produced in our countries. And as we all know, that is what we call gross domestic product. Pagka ang isang product or services ay ginawa ng isang citizen na isang Pilipino, yan ay kasama sa gross domestic product as to whether siya ay nagtatrabaho. Needs to organize our thinking about markets that contributes to GDP. The best way to categorize all these buyers into larger groups so we can analyze their behavior. Dito papasok po yung segmenting or yung choosing the target market. Ano yung kanilang behavior para ma-anticipate. No? Kailan mag-produce, dahil magganito yung demands, and so on and so forth. Macroeconomists have found that the most useful approach to divide those who purchase the GDP in categories. We have the household. Household whose spending is called consumption spending. So their consumption spending is concluded by their net income after tax and duties to the other agencies. And then business firm whose spending is called planned investment. And then government agencies whose spending on goods and services. And then foreigner whose spending we measure as net export. So again, if you will try to analyze this is the formula or the content of formula for is what we call gross domestic product. Moving on. So for the benefit of those who failed to attend the class last time we discussed about spending, we will be providing an additional topic or discussion with this for you to cope up with the topic. So what is real spending? That is the money used for a particular purpose, especially by the government or government agencies, no? In the government household, ito po yung expenditures for gastos, no? Di ba students, sinasabi, no? Sinasabi, mga virus daw ngayon tuwing renta, no? Bayaran ng internet, kuryente, yan. No? Yun daw ang bagong variant ng virus na yan na nakakasakit ng ulo. No? So what, joke lang po yun, no? Understanding consumer spending. Consumption of final goods. Pag sinabi po kasi natin final goods, ito na yung finished product, not capital goods or investment. Pagka final goods po kasi, intended siya for consumption ng household. No? Meaning that product will not be used as a raw material in creating for a new products or services. Is the result of and ultimate motivation for economic activity. This is because all goods that are consumed must be first produced. So you cannot consume if there is no item produced. Consumer spending is the major component on the demand side. Kasi when these customers will be buying, therefore there is an increase in what we call demand. Production of consumer goods is likewise important piece on the supply side naman. Kasi pag tumataas ang demand, so the firms then capitalize it by really producing this what we call goods and services. Consumers decides whether to spend their income now or in the future. Consumer spending typically only refers to spending on consumption at the present. So consumer spending, if it is consumed in the present, kasi there is a possibility that when you buy a product and yet you don't spend or consume it at this moment, you just simply kept it for you to spend it in the future days because you are anticipating this what we call inflation or an increase in price. So that products will become this what we call savings. And if the product you purchase by now should not be spent, but rather it will be used in the production of future goods and services, and then it is called as investment. Okay. So again, I intentionally adapt this what we call a slide wherein it depicts the what we call status, no, kung paano i-allocate yung income po, no, na amounting to 20,000 monthly budget. Okay? So, unluckily, budget ito ng Filipino household in 2013 pa. Wherein in 2013, it says that kung mayroon kang 20,000 na monthly budget, excuse me, these are the possible expenses which can be allocated as part of this 20,000. So, pinakamalaking part niya, of course, makikita mo, representing 37% for the food. Siyempre, uunahin mo yung sa fisyon, yung basic needs sa foods. And then, yung house, or the shelter. And then, yung health. No? Health. No? And then, meron din tayo child's education. So siguro sa child education, given that there is this what we call tuition for basic education, and even the local government units establish institution pagdating sa education, meron ka pa rin kahit pa paano gagastusin yung mga miscellaneous. And then the transportation, actually in 2013, medyo ideal pa ng konti yung 20,000 kasi meron pa siyang savings sa bank niya na 1,200. And then, meron pa siyang allowance ng communication o yung pag-load, tapos yung clothes na 1,000 and then others 6. Ito yung kanyang proration in terms of percentages. No? But try to observe again po, no, this is 2013, wala kasi ako makuha ng mas updated dito. Ngayon kaya at this point in time is magkano? Given this current scenario ng pandemic, but in majority of the mga employees po is kung hindi man nawalan, no, sad to say nawalan, nabawasan pa yung kanilang income kasi nga some of the companies, especially yung mga private small and medium enterprise po, nahihirapan talaga mag-cope up sa impact or effect ng pandemic. So, saan pa kaya pupunta ang 20,000? Much better kung meron ng 20,000, sorry. But the challenges or the question is, what if mas konti pa sa 20,000? Okay? So, nakita natin yung spending habits ng mga Pilipino, no? So, napakahirap really, no? But then again, I keep on telling you this, during such time we discuss about the smart spender, isa pa rin talaga dyan is yung rate or yung quantity. Okay? So moving on, we have the 5 determinants of consumer spending. We have this what we call number 1, yung disposable income, okay, yung sa household dito. Excuse me, income per capita, income inequality, and then household debts, at saka yung consumer expectation. Later on kasi we will count out, no, na hindi man sometimes budget ang kino-consider sa participant. Given that they have this budget, bakit kaya ano yung reason na ayaw niya mag-spend? Okay. First, we have this what we call disposable income. It is the most important determinant of this what we call consumer spending. That is the average income minus taxes. Without it, no one would have the funds to buy things that they need. Simply, if you don't have any disposable income, how can you really make a purchase or buying activities in your basic necessities or even needs? That makes disposable income one of the most important determinants of demand. Kasi kung wala naman gagastusin din po yung tao, paano siya bibili? Therefore, walang magiging effect sa demand. In as much as gusto niyang bumili, wala naman siyang pagbili. As income increases, so as demand. Ibig sabihin ito, when these people will be able to be hired because of these firms will be in need or producing this what we call potential capacities as expected by for them. So therefore, mag-generate ng employment, bababa ang unemployment rate. So siyempre, pagka yung mga empleyadong ito is naka-receive ng salaries, so magkakaroon sila ngayon ng disposable income which will be used in purchasing what we call necessities or needs. Manufacturers ramp up to meet demands, they create jobs. When these firms is manufacturing their output at full capacities or potential capacities because of increasing demand, therefore, nag-hire sila. So workers' wages rises, creating more spending. Siyempre, kung meron silang sweldo, meron silang gagastusin. It's a virtuous cycle leading to an ongoing economic expansion. So, siyempre, mag-expand yung economic nun. Kasi magiging cycle siya. Tataas ang demand, mag-produce ng more output, nangangailangan sila ng mga maraming empleyado, and then, sweldo nito is meron silang may capacity silang pumili. So, tataas na naman ang demand. So, magiging cycle siya. So, papasok ngayon yung phases ng economic expansion. If demand increases but manufacturers don't increase supply, so kasi po, di ba, pagka kasi mataas ang demand pero wala namang supply, ang tendency nun is tataas ang price. Okay? Next. Next determinant is what we call income inequality. Okay? So what is about income inequality? Some people's income may rise at a faster pace than others. The economy benefits when most of the gains goes towards low-income families. They must spend more significant share of its dollar on necessities until they reach the living wages. So yung income inequality kasi, di ba, di naman talaga pare-pareho or sabay yung phase ng sabay ang phase ng pag-acquire ng mga wages and salaries or even wealth, di ba? Or sources of income, shall I say. So, siyempre, pag sinasabi ng economics, dahil lalo na tayo sa Philippines, represented tayo ng talagang maraming mga minorities at mga nahihirapan sa ibaba, no? Therefore, mas marami talaga ang people na minsan, I'm sorry to tell, no? Hindi lang sila at the poverty line, but below the poverty line. So, siyempre, pagka yung taong ito na nasa poverty line o kahirapan o below poverty line, ang nakatanggap ng sweldo, of course, they will be giving priorities to their needs. No? Bibili sila ng kanilang mga pangangailangan, basic necessities. So that's why onto that scenario, tataas ang demand. And dahil tataas ang demand, ang company naman ngayon, cycle lang, mag-hire na naman. Okay? Mag-hire na naman. Okay? To really produce an output. Okay? Until such time na yung mga tao ito, because of this increasing in output and that the firms continuously hiring employees, therefore naglelesen yung tinatawag na unemployment rate. So nagiging cycle yan, nangangailangan ng more output and then more employees and then their salaries will be creating is what we call demands. Okay? So ganun po yung magiging cycle niya. Tignan po natin itong statement to try to observe. The economy doesn't benefit as much when increase growth toward high-income earners. Why? Pagka kasi high-income earners, automatically, sa kanila yung mga basic, dati nang binibili nila yan eh. So kung tutuusin, hindi na sila kahit pa paano yung malaki yung impact sa demand side. Okay, most likely kasi yung kanilang tatanggapin is isi-save muna nila yan or rather they will invest primarily what? Primarily using that products or services in the future in creating other products or services. No? So, hindi siya actually talaga na disposable income. Kumbaga madedenga muna. Household debts is the fourth factor, which includes credit card debts, auto loans, and school loans. We always hear this saying po, parang ang mga Pilipino is nabubuhay na lang talaga sa utang. At some point, it is true po, no? Pero po, in as much as we can, kung magiging idealistic po yung thinking natin, no? In as much as we can po, kung sakaling mangungutang, yung talagang emergency at kailangan lang. Pagka po kasi talagang luho na lang, kasi po like po ito, yung school loans, kailangan talaga yan. Because if you finish your studies, definitely you can lend for a job. You can support your needs and even your families. Pero po kung halimbawa yung once na lang muna tapos yung credit card mo lang and then auto loans di pa naman talaga kaya yung maintenance po yan at saka yung amortization mga mahirapan po tayo. No po? Lalong-lalo na po ngayon talagang yung mga car companies nahihirapan din mag-adjust sa present scenario kaya talagang they are offering this what we call car loans, no? Yung sa installment. Kasi nga yung sales nila is bumaba because of this pandemic. Current consumer debt statistics shows that household debt has reached a new record levels. Surprisingly, high health care costs are one of the biggest causes of overwhelming debts. Okay? Ang isa pa po dyan, yung mga healthcare cost natin, no? Kaya nga po, di ba, may kasabihan, no? Bawal magkasakit. Ang problema po is napakahirap ng kalaban natin. Isa pa rin po yan. Kasi minsan, sorry po, sa ayaw at sa gusto mo, sumasagip ka ng buhay dyan. Kung wala po tayong health insurance at aasa lang po tayo sa PhilHealth, definitely po, mahihirapan talaga ang isang household. Okay? And then, how about the consumer expectation? So, nasabi ko kanina, no, it is an important determinant also. If people are confident, they are more likely to spend now. Kung po ngayon, If, for example, my dear students, you have the money, should you rather spend them now or rather save them first as as your safety or security, because we cannot really foretell what will happen next, given that this pandemic is still there. Para bagang i-spend mo na ba now or hintay-hintay ka na muna kasi you cannot foretell what will happen. No? Yung consumer expectation. No? Well, kung if you are really sure na talagang mas magiging magaan at mas magiging fruitful, why not try to spend it now? Lalong-lalo na kung i-spend ko yan, by means of makapagpundar ka ng productive asset or even a business, why not? Pero ang tanong is, what if hindi? So the consumer confidence index measures how confident people are about in the future. No? Kamukha po sa atin ngayon sa Pilipinas. Para kay my dear students, if you have the money, would you rather to invest it them in the business now, given this situation? Kasi, if we will try to evaluate, yes, there are industries na nag-boom because of this what we call pandemic, pero mas marami pa rin. There are still a lot of businesses forced to close or to trim down their operation because of this effect of pandemic. If consumers expect inflations to be high, they will buy more now to avoid future price increase. But then again, no, if you buy for now and just skip it because of your anticipating the inflation, yan po is savings. And if you buy now and yet you don't use it, but rather for future use in creating products and services, that is investment. So, hindi pa rin siya part ng spending. So, next, how it affects us. Consumer spending is the single most important driving force in the US and even in the Philippines, of course, in terms of economic. Keynesian economic theory says that the government should stimulate spending to end recession. So, ayan, sabi ni Maynard Keynes, government spending, no, to really help siguro to people to run for a job, mag-create siya ng employment. Isa dyan, yung build projects for the government to entice or to attract investors. But the question now is different. Even in the respective countries, yung mga foreign investors natin is nahihirapan doon. Kaya napakahirap. On the other hand, supply side economists believe that government should cut business taxes to create jobs. Ikakat daw yung business taxes, isa rin yan sa pag-entice. So, sige, establish your business, magkakaroon tayo ng taxes holiday. No? Kahit gusto mo magkaroon ng tax holiday, kung wala namang businesses na mag-o-open, kasi nag-lay off na rin ng workers because wala silang nare-receive. So, wala rin, di ba? Wala rin, di ba? Kasi pagka walang demand, mag-i-stop ng operation ang company and eventually papasok dyan si bankruptcy, kasama dyan yung laying off of the employees. So ano pa yung makukulap mong taxes from these curbs and taxes from this compensation tax coming from the people, isn't it? So how consumer spending is measured? So consumer spending is measured in many different ways. The most comprehensive is the monthly personal consumption expenditures report. Again, my dear students, to simplify these things, probably you must go back onto the pictures that I presented in the past previous slides, wherein it depicts there yung monthly income or yung allotted budget for consumption ng pamilya na 20,000. Okay, nakaano doon yung mga spendings, di ba? Yung foods, house, insurance, and so on and so forth. So, yun po, no? When you consolidate that, makukuha po kasi yung personal consumption expenditure report. Kung gusto mong aggregate yan, pagsasama-samahin ko lang. And then, yung bakit retail sale, bakit hindi kasama si wholesale dito, no? Retail sale is another component of consumer spending. You can check how healthy it is with the most recent retail sales statistics. Kasi pag sinabing si wholesale kasi it's a form of savings. No? Baka kasi bumili lang siya, hindi pa niya i-consume again because ina-anticipate niya yung inflation or yung sudden increase in prices. So savings muna yon. Or baka kasi si wholesale bumili siya because that product or services is intended in creating new products and services. Unlike for retail, when a household buys for retail, automatically clearly understood na yan po is for final consumption. Okay? Ganun po yan. Next, what is government spending? Government spending refers to the money spent by the public sectors on the acquisition of goods and provision of services such as education. Like tayo po, di ba? The local government unit of Mabalacat is really trying its very best to finance in providing free education for Mabalaqueños. Kanyang, di ba, greatest equalizer. And then, healthcare, social protection. So, may tayo po dito, meron tayong PhilHealth. Okay? Di ba, ang PhilHealth, lahat ng Pilipino daw, meron PhilHealth. Tapos, mga insurance po, no? Social Security System, GSIS for government employees, program that provides social insurance and benefits to people with adequate or no income. Sometimes naman po kasi ang government spending is papasok dyan yung pinatawag na support ng government sa kanyang sasakupan, di ba? Or sa kanyang citizen. Mayroon tayong sample dito ngayong panahon ng pandemic at ito yung tinatawag na ayuda. Di ba? In national income accounting, when the government acquires goods and services for current use to directly satisfy the individual or collective need as requirement of the community, it is classified as government final consumption for spending. Again, kamukha lang po kanina na kung yan ay intended na for final consumption na po, okay, spending na po yan. However, if the government acquires goods and services for future use, investment po yun. No? Investment po yun. Okay? This include public consumptions and public investment and transfer payments consisting of income transfer. So dito malalaman natin ano ba ang income transfer. Okay? Or transfer payments. Okay? Kasi clearly naman po ito yung purchase of goods and services. Ito po yung let's say sweldo natin mga teachers. Okay, yung provide ng government sa ating PhilHealth, mga nurses ng ating mga centers, and public hospitals. And transfer payments naman po, transfer payments, money collected from some people and distributed to the other people. Di ba yung sa BIR po natin, yung sa Department of Finance, magkukulek po si BIR, iaano po yan kay budget, yun po, i-allocate sila ngayon, no? Especially at this point in time, talagang the government to really need the large amount of funds to really help rehabilitate affected business, and then yung mga nawalan po ng trabaho, and so on and so forth. Economic equity or economic equality means more equal distribution of goods and services to the citizen. So, wag na po tayo masyado mag-react po dito, no, yung equal distribution of goods and services. Kasi po, minsan, try to understand the government na hindi naman po siya si Superman na kaya lahat i-augment yung pangangailangan ng lahat ng kanyang nasasakupan. Okay? So, mas mainam na kung mas nakakatulong tayo kaysa sa tayo ang tinutulungan. Tandaan po natin yan. And then po, transfer programs, kung dito papasok po si 4Ps, no? Low-income families get food, shelter, ito po yung, di ba? Food, ito po yung 4Ps na ayuda. And then shelter po, kurang pabahay. And then healthcare services, si PhilHealth. For those citizens or members who are able to operate for themselves, yung less fortunate. Ang ano lang po natin dito sa transfer program ng government, sana po magkaroon lang ng magandang mechanisms on how to properly distribute this what we call transfer programs and see to it that mabigyan po yung less fortunate but deserving po talaga. And then disposable income and spending, the propensity to spend. John Maynard Keynes was undoubtedly one of the major figures in the history of economics. economics developed a theory of consumptions that depended mainly on disposable income. Alam po natin ang disposable income. Disposable income means after taxes and welfare benefits are deducted po. Alam din natin ano ang disposable income. Ano po yung marginal propensity to consume? Marginal propensity to consume is the changes in customer spending arising from changes in disposable income. Okay, paano po ito? Napakasimple lang, my students. If, for instance, your disposable income rises by about, let's say, 5,000 pesos, and you choose to spend 4,000 pesos on the goods and services, then the marginal propensity to consume is computed by getting the percentage. Yung in-spend mo po over yung total ng disposable income. In this case, we have 40 or 80%. A simple rule to remember is that the marginal propensity to consume is added to the marginal propensity to save. So parang ganito po yan. Siyempre, if you have this what we call disposable income of let's say 10,000, inastos mo yung 8,000, automatic meron kang natirang 2,000. Kukunin mo ngayon yung portion na percent ng 2,000, that is 2,000 divided by 10,000, that is 0.2. Okay? So pag pinagsama ko yan, they are always equals to 1. Pagka, portion ng binastos at portion ng naitabi. Okay, dapat always equals to 1. Bali, nahati lang sa dalawa. Okay, yung portion na na-save at yung portion na na-consume. Siyempre, yung sa consume, marginal propensity to consume. Yung naman sa marginal propensity to save. Generally, people on lower incomes tend to have higher propensity to spend. Bakit kaya? True, isn't it? Siyempre, kung lower ang income mo, halos wala kang nasisave. Because you need to, nakakatawa po, no? You need to prioritize your needs. No po? Especially kung yung needs dyan is physiological needs ng family. This matters when the government announces changes in taxation and other welfare benefits. A fall in marginal propensity to spend will cause a lower level of consumption for a given level of income through enough deficit po. Tignan po natin ito. Sample lang ito na magsasample lang po dito tayo. Given your income na disposable income na 10,000, spend ka ng 9,000, so may natira kang savings na 1,000. So yung consume, paano nakuha yung 0.9? So it should be 9,000 divided by 10,000. 9. Yun namang savings, 1,000 divided by 10,000, so 0.1. So when you add 0.9 to 0.1, so magiging equals to 1. And that is what the previous slide or illustration is trying to tell us. So key factors in influencing consumer spending, of course, changes in disposable income. Na-discuss na po yan, no? Kung mataas ang disposable income, mataas din ang possibility na makapag-create yan ng demand because may kakayahan ng tao makapag-save. Okay? And then, of course, siyempre, yung level of changes ng employment, siyempre po, kung tumataas ang level of employment, maraming mga citizen o tao ang nakaka-receive ng salary, bumababa yung unemployment rate. But then again po, no, try to observe this job securities kasi po kanina napag-usapan yung contractual. Baka po kasi mayroon dyan project-based lang or short-term contract job lang. So, again, short-term na naman po yun. Kanya nga, short-term macro po. Availability and cost of consumer credit affects the willingness to borrow. Siyempre po kung nakakatukso ka na ang mga different credit na ibinibigay na terms sa atin, minsan ayaw mag-gawin. Nakakautang ka po. But then again po, na always take note po, no? Masarap yung makuha mo yun, pero inutang mo, take note po, meron kang mabayaran mortgage plus yung monthly interest po. No? Ayun po, makasunod siya. And then changes in asset prices such as properties and shares possible to effect. Kasi po, kung minsan naman kasi tayo, di ba, bibili tayo ng let's say yun nga, kanina yung car, nabanggit po yung car. Kailangan po, no, lalong-lalo na bubutagin po lang. At alam mo naman na, di ba, yung consumer's confidence ka nga, Huwag po tayo maging magpakasigurado or too much confidence. Baka po kasi masira ang ating budget. Especially po pagka yung po ay sasakyan, mataas po yung kanyang depreciation rate. Tapos po baka naman bumili ka po ng mga asset mo, no? Let's say po sa company or yung sa firm, bibili siya ng purchase of what we call machineries. And then that machineries will be just put onto one side of the building. Either po siya, non-performing asset siya. So, kailangan po magmagaling po tayo dyan. No? Expectation of future price changes. So, siyempre po, kung tataas ang price, mas mainam ng mag-impact ka na. And then, general state of consumer confidence and pessimism. Pessimism kasi po minsan hindi naman din tayo na maging pessimist. Lalo na yung mga conditions na abnormal. No? We must try to evaluate po sometimes our actions. No? Kasi po pwede tayo ma-apekto dyan kung masyado po tayo sige ng sige. Consumer confidence surveys measures the changes in consumers' attitudes. Lalo na po yung mga sige na lang ng sige. Para ka na expectations of economic situations and household own financial position. Their views on making major purchases such as new car or spending on expensive home improvement. Kasi ganito po yan. Kung saan ang sobra-sobra lang po yung ating disposable income, why not po, diba? Ang problema minsan kasi pagka nagkakaroon tayo ng home improvement po, halos sinasagad natin minsan po, no? Wala pong gusto sabihin dito personal, wala po na. Sinasagad po natin minsan ang ating business. Pwede naman po kasi maghintay mo. What if po yung mga pinag-aaral ko po, magkakailangan ng project, sinakto mo na lang po sinagad po yung business. So, kailangan po mas una muna natin kasi po yung mga ito, home improvements at saka po yung cars na depreciable. Okay po, madali pong mag-depreciate po yung mga values niyan. When consumer confidence is low, people save more because of fear about job security and future income. Ito naman po ang kagandahan po ng pagka yung confidence mo po sa spending. So sana po lahat is ganito para lahat ng Pilipino po may savings. Di po ba? Then, the aggregate expenditures. Aggregate expenditures is the sum. Pag kung narinig po natin yung aggregate, palagi sinasabi niya sa expenditures are gastos. Sum of all expenditures undertaken in the economy by the factors during a specific period of time. So, aggregate expenditures, we have this consumption, plus investment, plus government spending, tapos yung net export. What did you observe? Again and again, this is a formula for what we call, what we call gross domestic product. Aggregate expenditures determine the total amount that the firms and household plan to spend on goods and services at each level of income. Ito po, no, nasabi ko kanina, for consumptions, and then investment, then government expenditures, and then export. I don't think there is a need for me to elaborate further on this because they were already been mentioned or discussed. Okay? So next, we have this what we call aggregate expenditures at economic equilibrium. So economic equilibrium is in our previous discussion when the demand and supply at a certain price intersects or meet that is equilibrium. Economy is said to be at equilibrium when aggregate expenditure is equal to aggregate supply in the economy. The economy is constantly shifting between excess supply and excess demand. So, yung mga surplus. As a result, the economy is always moving towards an equilibrium between the aggregate expenditures and supply. On the aggregate expenditures model, equilibrium is the point where aggregate supply and aggregate expenditure curves intersect. An increase in the expenditures by consumption or investment causes aggregate expenditures to rise, which pushes the economy towards higher equilibrium. So, try to observe po natin yung graph. Ayan po, aggregate demand. Ito po, aggregate demand. Po. And then po yung output. Okay, so ito po yung kanilang intersection. Opo. In this graph, equilibrium is reached when the total demand or aggregate demand is equal to the total output represented by Y. Opo. The equilibrium point is where the blue line intersects with the black line. So, blue line intersects with the black line. Opo. So, yun ang equilibrium. So, are there any questions still? I guess since this is a pre-recorded at this point or at this juncture, no? So, for those who have questions for during our consultation and online classes, because this pre-recorded are just supplemental, no? Especially for those who are having difficulties to attend the regular schedule because of connection problems and commitments. For those who are working students, but still you will have the great chance to cope up because of this pre-recorded lesson. But then again, if you have questions, feel free to message or ask the questions during our consultation and even discussion. Again, before I formally end, this could be the last module for cycle 1. Please do complete your assigned worksheet or output, not only in macroeconomics but also for your other subjects, so as not to encounter problem, especially in the cycle 2, uh, because there are subjects which are prerequisites. You cannot take them if one of your subjects which is a prerequisite to the upcoming subjects. Again, happy learning everyone. Thanks for listening or even watching. God bless everybody. God bless everyone.